Hi there, this is Justin from cartoonsmart.com, and we're going to talk about is pinball game art, and specifically how you can make it in Adobe Flash, which is now Adobe Animate. I'll be using Animate. It is the latest version now, but it's largely the same as Adobe Flash, which is a very good thing. It's a great program. Don't mess with a good thing. But the reason we're going to be focusing in on pinball art is because we've released a new starter kit for iOS and tvOS apps that makes it so that you can create your own pinball games with nothing more than the kit and Xcode, and you don't have to do any programming. And I'll just kind of let this video play while I'm talking. So and I know you might be thinking, well, how's that even possible? Because how good of a table could it be? Is the ball just kind of rattling around until it falls in the sink and starts back over again? No, you can set up all sorts of interaction, and that's done through the property list that you were just looking at over there. And I don't consider myself a pinball aficionado, but I play enough, and I have enough respect for the game that I know what makes a good pinball table. And it's really about almost the frustration of not being able to achieve certain goals. So, for example, you try as hard as you can to hit those 4 flippers in a row or 4 buttons in a row, whatever it is, before you lose the ball and everything gets reset again. Or you try to get up that ramp 10 times to get up into some special area that gets unlocked. So the kit makes all of that possible. And again, just through simple properties, you would never have to go into the code. And gives you a little idea of just some of the cool stuff. It does support 2 players and external controllers, which is really key if you're going to support a tvOS app. And to give you guys an idea of the kind of the style of artwork that we're going to be talking about in this series, it is top-down viewed. So, and this is a good example. This is a free app that I submitted to the store for both iOS and tvOS. And you could create your source artwork as kind of a 2.5D angle. So, for example, if you can imagine the table kind of descending a little bit back into the perspective over there, the kit would completely support that. It doesn't care. It's really just kind of a stylistic thing. I prefer this top-down viewed look. I think for pinball games, digital ones, this is actually your best view. It kind of nauseates me when I see these kind of like hyper 3D ones where you're kind of struggling to follow the ball around, especially if the camera follows the ball and you don't get a kind of feeling for the entire table at once. In real life, it's really not what's happening. You're staying still and your eyes following the ball in a static environment. But in this case, we're going to be working with the kit works with Sprite Kit, which is a 2D game engine. So it's not 3D, but you can still make beautiful tables and, of course, highly illustrative ones. And that's what we're going to be focusing in on. I guess I'll just kind of scroll down the rest of this page if you guys want to. If you're too lazy to go over to the website, you want to pause this and look at some of the things that are possible. But we are going to be working with Adobe Flash, and I struggled with whether or not I was going to put this AN on the sales page here. Actually, I should say we're working with Adobe Animate now because they kind of flipped the switch on this right as I was making the sales pages. Adobe Animate /Flash is really just the same program it ever was, which is a good thing for a company like Adobe to change the name of something but leave the kind of core functionality the same. I applaud them. It's a good idea. You don't want to mess up your fan base of users of that particular program. So if suddenly Flash was renamed and given totally different features and was like half Photoshop, half Illustrator, us old school Flash developers would revolt because this is the program that we love, and I'm sure many of my Cartoon Smart regulars love it too. There's so much you can do. It's a very easy illustration program, and you can also animate with it, so that makes it kind of the perfect tool for this course in particular, because a lot of making a great pinball table is setting up all those lights, animating different things. It's really just this kind of living piece of artwork. And if you can try to remember that throughout this course and make your table feel like it's alive, I think you're going to end up with some great artwork. And then hopefully if you use the kit, you're going to end up with an app that sells $1 million. Then, you can just thank me in your pinball Oscars speech or whatever award you get. Okay, so let's stop introducing this thing and let's start drawing some stuff.